Coach, I know you'd like to see the hot shooting from the other night transfer tonight, but outside of that, what else would you like to see from that game in Chicago show up once again on the court tonight?
Yeah, I would say, we've shot the ball well since the All-Star break. I think someone told me today, 5th in three-point percentage. I hope Brian, you might be able to confirm that. But have been shooting it better, which has helped our offense a lot. But continue the defense. I think the defense was good. That we did a good job keeping them in front of us. Good job rebounding the ball. I think they only had 5 offensive rebounds. So I want to see that continue and just play well overall, Michael. For this is our last home game. We got our fans. Kind of thank the fans. Go out on a good note.
Rondé said after shoot-around that the team being locked in and focused on finishing the season strong is a byproduct of how close the team is. Can you touch on how important off-the-court chemistry is and how that translates to on-the-court play together?
Yeah, I think these guys, genuinely, like each other, and that's important. They spend a lot of time together. We got a lot of guys in the same age group, especially with Damari out now. They've kind of, put him to the pasture. They're all kind of hanging out together. But no, they like Damari too. I think they're happy to see him. It's a group that, to go through a season that, and really not have any problems with any guys. It's amazing. It's really just testament to, we had, obviously had times where we didn't play well or things didn't go our way. But as far as the locker room and as far as a group of guys, and I think it's a credit to Sean and just the type of guys we brought in. Just thrilled with that group of guys in there.
With no DC and no Karras and no Joe, what do you do with the 2 and the 3?
Yeah, trying to figure it out. Obviously, I think our main guys will have to bump their minutes up. I think you'll see Nick. Nick will get a fair amount of minutes, which is good. He's worked hard all year, so I think he'll be ready. I think you could see a little bit of Milt. I think that's possible. I think, we also have Rondé in reserve. Rondé can move to the 3. He's played the 3. He knows the 3. That is not it's definitely in the realm of possibility. We'll read the game, see how it goes. But I think all those guys are in the mix, and then we'll read the situation during the game.
And just out of curiosity, in a general sense, what you've seen from Joe, I mean, you've talked about how consistent he's been. Understanding that he's obviously out tonight, but what have you seen from him from, say, January on when he's hitting about 46% or what have you from 3, and how does that bode well for the future, presuming that, of course, you guys re-sign him?
Yeah, and even, Brian, these last couple of games, I mean, he's been, he's playing, guys throw a 1-hitter or a 2-hitter, like he's on his game. I mean, he's on his game all around. I think he's on his game. I thought he was great defensively in Chicago. Not good, great, like moving his feet and competing and the way he's finishing at the rim is important too. He, when he drives to the basket, he's so under control. It's like he has a plan. He knows what he's doing. He's really, I think in this, post All-Star, he's really hit his sweet spot. Really hit his stride. Thrilled with the way he's playing. Which unfortunately he's not playing tonight, but playing great basketball, Brian.
You said earlier that Damari's injury was really not a serious thing, but you're obviously taking a cautious approach to shut him down. Is it the same with Harris and LeVert?
No, those guys. We'll see with those guys. I'd love. Listen, I don't want to be the trainer here, but would love to see those guys play in Boston. We'll see. We'll see how they progress, but that's the hope. I think there's possibilities.
Kenny, throughout the year, you mentioned you wanted to see some type of tangible progress from the team. Being that it is the last home game, for the message to the fans, what type of tangible progress have you seen from the team, and anyone specifically you want to point out?
Yeah, I think, listen, general improvement. I think, from a offensive standpoint, we've been really trending positive throughout the year. I know our internal metrics have us at about 18 in offensive efficiency. Defense is probably in the low 20s, and listen, last year we were 30th in offensive efficiency at the end of the year. So obviously we had to get better, but I think the improvement is tangible. I think the defense got better. I wish there was more progress there, quite honestly. I've been a little disappointed after the All-Star break that we didn't show more improvement there. And I don't want to single individual guys out. I think you guys have talked about it all year, but definitely individual improvement. I do think the fact that we were in a lot more close games, like that bodes well for the future. I don't think, unfortunately we didn't win all of them. But I do think that's positive. I think our guys have gone through some, those trying times when you're in tough games all the time. You don't come up on top, but I think that bodes well for the future. And just hope that the fans see that, man, they have some pieces they can go forward with. They have some young players that are improving. They added some good veterans. Think of Damari and Dante Cunningham. I thought has been really good for us. I think it's a positive outlook. There's been positive improvement. As a coach, you always want more, though. It's like, man, I would have loved, another 10% more or 15% more. But we're going to keep pushing, and hopefully, that progress continues next season.
You've been talking about this positive finish, and obviously you want to win every game you play. But when you're playing a team in Chicago's situation, maybe they're playing for a draft pick or so on, how do you evaluate the performance against teams in that situation as opposed to a Milwaukee?
Yeah, I think, listen, I look at, the campaigns and the Bobby Portis's, and I have so much respect for guys that play in this league, that you're in this league, and Nwaba, like those guys are darn good. Justin Holiday, I know personally, I know what a good player he is. So there's no cakewalks in this league, and there's no easy games. And I can tell you tonight, I think we're going to have our hands full, because I know those guys have a lot of pride there. I know Bobby Portis is not happy with how things went last game, and I would guarantee that those guys are going to come out and with some fire, and we're going to give us some problems tonight. I hope the goal is, I think I said it after last. What's our maturity? What's our progress look like after 2 straight wins? Can we build on that? Can we play another good game? Can we handle and understand? When you're playing well, can you do it another time? So I'm curious to see what our group looks like tonight, and if they can build on that win in Chicago.